everyone, I have a project life process video for you today, which is something that I haven't uploaded in a really long time, but I was testing out a new camera setup the other day and I think this is going to work a lot better for me. So project life process videos are hopefully going to be back on this channel as a regular feature. The lighting in this video isn't very good. I was just testing out the new setup, but once I had the footage I didn't want to waste it, so I hope you don't mind. This spread is from September. It's just dog photos as always. My whole album is just dog photos since I got them last year. Well, not even last year now, 2016. And you can see here I'm just flicking through my Instagram to try and find the dates that these photos were taken. I'm not that fussed anymore about the photos in a page being completely chronological, but I do like to have at least one date somewhere so that I can remember roughly when these things happened. So I'm just journaling about September 17th when I went to Daisy's house. I drove even further down south to visit Daisy and Bonnie and her parents, and I took the dogs with me and we had a lovely day, so I was just journaling about that. And then the rest of the photos I keep it really simple. That's something I've definitely been doing with 2017's Project Life. The whole of the year I've been really behind. I don't really believe in being behind with scrapbooking anymore. I think when I stress about being behind, it just kind of takes the joy out of it for me. So I kind of just see it as, you know, just a project that I do as and when I want to. I do try and stay up with to date, with keeping my photos printed so that I have something to scrapbook whenever I fancy it. So I have all of my photos printed, and for the most part I actually have paper in all of the pockets as well, but I just have been doing my project life in big batches rather than little and often like I used to. I'm also keeping embellishment really simple. You'll see with these pages I'm sticking mainly to flat embellishments, so I use a little bit of like thin chipboard or thin wood veneer, but mainly I'm sticking to just cardstock ephemera and word stickers and things like that, because the other day I flipped through some of my older albums and the page protectors have really warped, and some of my cards and some of my photos have got big dents in them from where the albums have been stored and there's big embellishments elsewhere in the album. It's really warped the pages. So I want to minimise that happening as much as possible with these more recent albums. Also, I'm having a bit of a problem with storing my albums. I do not have endless space, and obviously 12 by 12 albums take up a lot of room. So this year I was determined to keep all of my year in one album, and I've managed to do that, so I'm very happy. But it has involved using really flat embellishments. So I'm using some wood veneer there, but it's a really flat piece. So it won't add too much bulk to the album. And again, as you can see there, I'm just putting a bit of washi on the top. I'm keeping it so simple, and that's allowing me to get through lots of pages at once as well, because I'm not getting too bored. I used to find that I would go into masses of detail with my project life and loads of embellishments, and I do love it. I like flipping through those albums. I like how the pages look. But actually it's so much easier to just keep it simple, and that's definitely going to be my mantra from now on. So I know I haven't really spoken about the page, but to be honest I just kind of felt like it was all self-explanatory. This photo that I'm embellishing at the moment, it was a screen grab from my university's Snapchat. No, not Snapchat, Instagram story. I was watching my university's Instagram story and I just spotted myself walking across in front of the student union. So I screenshotted it and put it into my scrapbook. It was my first day back at uni, so I just thought it was really funny that I suddenly appeared on the Instagram story. And I wanted to document it because I hadn't really documented going back to uni. I'm sure I will in detail at some point, but I hadn't really got any photos to show for it, so I was excited to find that one. And then this is a little snap from a Dachshund walk that I went on. I like to go to Dachshund walks as much as I possibly can because sausage dogs really love other sausage dogs, and Winnie loves other sausage dogs and she doesn't really like anyone else. So I took them on a Dachshund walk. Unfortunately Archie couldn't come on this one, it was strictly Dachshunds only. But this is a little photo that the organiser took. It's a picture of Winnie with her 2 dogs, well, 2 of her 3 dogs, and they're on Instagram as well. We follow them on Instagram, and they wanted a picture with Winnie, and I wanted a picture with them, so I grabbed it off of her Instagram afterwards. You'll notice that outlining is something I'm doing all the time at the moment. I'm obsessed with it. I just can't stop. It's got to the point where something doesn't look finished unless I've outlined it, and I'm just using really simple black biro for that. For something really simple like this card, I just find that it really finishes the card off. It makes it look like more effort has gone into it than it actually has. Because a little photo like that, I wasn't really sure what to do with it, and I really didn't want to make things complicated. But I think the card turned out okay in the end. So I hope you enjoyed this first Project Life process video for ages. Let me know what you think below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!